In today's video, I will explain how to make parallax layers in Unity using an orthographic camera. This video is a follow-up from yesterday's tutorial, so here are the prerequisites. Make the camera orthographic. Make sure the camera is tagged as main camera. Add a Balkadia 2D, make it a trigger. Finally, add the calculate camera box script from yesterday's tutorial. If you missed that video, please go back and watch it. I'll have it linked below in the description. It is a requirement, unfortunately, and it explains how to make this script. This script allows the Balkadia to fit into the exact dimensions of the camera, and we need it. Now that that's taken care of, in today's video you will create a script called Parallax Layer. It's a fairly short script, so let me explain the main idea behind it. Essentially, what we're gonna do is use these three variables to keep track of the camera movement so that we can move the parallax layer. But we're only going to do that when it's colliding with the camera. Okay, so create an empty game object. Make sure the rotation is all equal to 0 and the scale values are all equal to 1. Add a rigid body 2D. Make it kinematic. Enable full kinematic contacts. Select continuous and never sleep. Then you add a Balkadia 2D. Make it a trigger. And finally, you add whatever graphical assets you need inside this layer. These assets can be scaled and rotated any way you like. They just have to be inside the layer. When you're done, you're going to have to make the Balkadia slightly wider and taller than all of the game objects inside of it. So just make sure that you don't touch the scale values of the game object itself. Instead, use size from the Balkadia component. Okay, now you're going to add this script called Parallax Layer, which is today's video topic. Like I said, it's not a long script, so let's get right into it. First, we declared three private vector 2's, current position, last position, and position difference. They will show us if the camera is moving. They're going to show us the direction of the camera and the amount of the camera movement. We're also going to need a private boolean called parallax now, so we can tell the layer when to move. Then we declare a public float called speed. This obviously is so that you can have different speeds for different layers. Just remember, for background layers, the speed needs to be bigger than 0, but if the parallax layer is a foreground, speed needs to be a negative number. In fact, let's just leave this as an instruction for the script. Alright? Very nice. Now we're going to type this method called detect camera movement. First, we get the current position of the main camera. Then, if the current position is equal to the last position, well then obviously position difference is 0. But if it's not, then position difference is equal to current position minus last position. It's that simple. We do have to make the last position equal to the current position. This is so we can be ready to check for the next camera movement. Now very simply, we're going to use onTrigger enter, stay, and exit to let the script know if it's time to move or not. So just pause the video right here and type all of this out in your own script. We're also gonna type this in onTrigger enter to prevent any unwanted glitching. This line of code removes any accumulated movement from the camera when it wasn't colliding with the layer. Now we go to late update and use the detect camera movement method only if parallax now is true. Why late update? For smoothness purposes. After we detect the camera movement, we use transform.translate to move the parallax layer based on the position difference. So you just type this, multiplied by speed and delta time, and use space world. And that's it, guys. Now I just want to give you an example of a parallax scene. I have two foreground layers with speeds of -8 and -20. I also have 4 background layers with the mountains. They have speeds of 15, 30, 40 and 50. And as you can see, it all works great. The parallax effect works vertically as well as horizontally. Now, I just want to say, these parallax layers can only move as smoothly as your camera can. So if you have a choppy camera following the player, it's not gonna look as nice. So tomorrow at 7 AM, I will upload a new tutorial about how to achieve a perfectly smooth camera. If you don't want to miss that video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and select all. Also, if you found this video helpful and you want to show some love, head over to Steam and check out Balkadia. The game is still in development, but it now has a playable demo, so if you like it, you can wishlist my video game.